Alright, so it's time I finally started making YouTube videos. I am, for the most part, a YouTube viewer. Many years ago, I guess it's been, YouTube displaced cable entirely for me, television. And slowly it became nothing but watching the internet, watching YouTube as whatever time I would spend on television. And that amount of time got less as I got older, but still, YouTube became a staple. And yeah, I used to make videos on another channel. I decided instead of resurrecting that channel with the subscriber base that seems to still be there, I didn't think it would be fair to them because the videos that I intend to make now are of a different subject matter altogether. And I'd hate to see anybody that hung around that old channel that still watches the videos I made on that channel. I hate to see them feel like they got bait and switched. Perhaps at some point in the future I'll make content again for that channel, for that audience, and invite them over. But until then, I'd rather people find me organically anyway. As videos I'll make for this channel, no doubt, will be of a Christian, dare I say patriotic, in that I'm a spirit-filled believer, I guess you would say. And I am very much interested in our current political situation. I think Donald Trump has been just an answer to prayer, and it's a remarkable time to be alive. So anyway, about my channel, yeah, that's about the subject matter I'm going to be making videos. I mean, I intend to do a variety of things within that, you know, Bible study type content, prayerful, Christian oriented, and sometimes maybe even political, outright political, but always from a Christian point of view. And yeah, so anyway, Donald Trump. Of course, everybody's paying attention to him already. It's not like I have to explain to anybody the significance of Donald Trump, but there's just so much that I have learned from watching his ascent politically. From the day he announced that he was running, particularly that first Republican primary debate, where he dropped that piano on that cutesy Megyn Kelly. Immediately, I mean, I you know, don't want to sound like a, you know, what do you call that, a hindsight prophet, but at the time, something just leapt up in me. I think that happened to a lot of people. It woke something up. Just the way he went about handling, even his announcing that he was running, he did it differently. He had toyed around with the idea in the past. I've been aware of Donald Trump since the 80s. And it seems to me that every political season he comes around and implies that he's going to run just because he can and get a little camera time for himself. I always thought it was amusing, entertaining at best, and I thought it gave him a chance to perhaps even poke at the political candidates themselves and maybe push them in the direction of conversation. So I saw it as nothing but win, but I never took him seriously, although I always liked the idea. But this last time that he announced, oh my. Yeah, there's something about it. I could talk about his demeanor. I could talk about maybe he put a little more effort into it this time around. But there was something, yes. Something, you know, woke up. And who knew how grand it was going to be and what now is foreseeable for the nation. Yeah, perhaps you could call me a fair weather prophet now, you know. But I think part of really appreciating what God has done in this past couple of years is now wanting to prayerfully and intelligently look forward. And I think that there's some things that we should really take seriously, that we can learn from what's going on right now and we can benefit from by, I don't want to say prophesying, but being able to plan intelligently. There's a lot to look forward to. I'm 45 years old. And to be very honest with you, the entire world changed in just this last year. Now, you know, I was around for the beginning of video games. I'm not a primitive person when I say I'm 45. I grew up with Kiss, man. I mean, I grew up with Ozzy and Van Halen, and, you know, we were very futuristic-minded people. I mean, we didn't have an internet. But we basically are of the mentality of the internet generation, I would say. Although the technology nowadays is glorious. Look what I'm doing right now. Something like this couldn't have been conceived of, you know, 30, 40 years ago. But this isn't no rocket ship, and I wasn't no caveman. Point I'm making is, now that we're seeing when I was a kid, spiritually speaking, the world was entirely different. It wasn't very different technologically. In reality, I could call you, you could call me from your living room. And we were watching basically the same stuff on television. We're watching InfoWars. We're watching Fox News. We're pretty much doing the same things. We're just better at it. We had video games when I was a kid. We had everything when I was a kid. It's just much better nowadays. But what happened with Donald Trump was God has now given America a reboot. Now, we will see this play out spiritually, and I intend to make videos very quickly. I'm going to try to, I have like a little list in my head of things I'd like to make sure I get out there right away. I'm just looking forward to making those videos as quickly as I can. But, oh, I forgot what I was saying. I can't remember now. It couldn't have been that important. Well, it was important, but no, I don't remember. Okay, anyway, I think that's good enough, though. I'll leave it at that. This isn't that, let's say, I intend to be more polished, and I don't even know if anybody's going to watch this video, but yeah, when I present my ideas, I'll be a little bit more professional, but this is a good first run just to get something uploaded. And yes, as a nice way of saying hello and welcome to my channel, hit subscribe, come on back, praise the Lord, make America great again, you know, and build the wall, baby, deplorables.